So let's start with us introducing ourselves. First things first.
Oh.
Okay. Big shout out to Team Peter Obi. So, are you guys ready?
We are ready.
Yes, we are ready.
All right, guys. Welcome to Clash of the Supporters. How are you guys doing? There's one of you has a bit of noise from their background, so I would like you all to switch off your and only switch them on when you are talking or when you want to tackle somebody. That person will first switch off your mic, now be the problem. Because as you switch off your mic, everything gone quiet, gone sweet. All right, guys. On Clash of the Supporters, remember Star Wars is on. Please start to get your stars early so you can build quickly. Learn from Team Peter Obi that they always quickly get stars. Not they rush. Learn from Team Atiku. They rush, can't slip off last week. Now so Team Tinubu take win. Team Obi did exceptionally well. And Team Obi has been the only team that has been consistent in every edition of Star Wars. They know they win, but they do well. They dominate. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do you take part in Star Wars? It is indeed so easy. Just go to Facebook, top right-hand corner, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. That's it right there. Click on my profile, and from my profile you will see today's video. It's called Clash of the Supporters. You can see it right there. Click on it, and if you come down on the left, bottom left corner, you will see a star. Just click on that star and you will see how to participate in Star Wars. Somebody said Team Atiku or Black Mentor. Okay, well, since Black Mentor is the main anchor for Team Atiku when it comes to Star Wars, Team Atiku is equal to Black Mentor. So, guys, go on over now and let us have all the fun in the world. Congratulations to all the teams. Who's going first? Who's going first today?
No, today Team Obi is going last.
Okay, so who's now going? We don't know who they go last. Who can they go first?
Maybe Team Ashwaju should go first.
Team Ashwaju, are you the one that is supposed to go first? You're muted. Mic muted.
Okay, I don't know if it's me, but I can go first. I can go at any point. It's not a problem. It's okay.
Okay, official Bongoli is saying Team Atiku goes first. Thank you so much, DJ Bongoli. And thank you to all the team members, Musti, Priye, and DJ Bongoli, for all the good work you guys have been doing with the teams. And elections are right round the corner. This show has entertained and informed us for quite a while, and gradually we are finally getting to the destination. I remember those days when you are traveling from Lagos to Ibadan. As you don't reach Ibadan, when you reach that last toll gate, you never see Ibadan, but you don't see say you don't. So right now we don't approach the final toll gate just before the election, and quite a lot. My Ibadan people are wonderful. I saw a billboard today for the governor. I don't know as Ibadan people don't know book like this. They say, make you they hear billboard governor, no be local government chairman, no, governor, 1 ton good deserves another. 1 ton good instead of 1 good ton. 1 ton deserves another. Hey, all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready? The teams are ready. The topic is education, and starting with Team Atiku Abubakar. Number 2, have Team Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and lastly today we've got Team Peter Gregory Obi. The debate is education, and is going to ask an education question just before we hit the rebuttals. So, Team Atiku. All right, let's go.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Mute.
And how are we doing today?
You're running on a 5-minute time limit. Let me set your time. Now, before I set your time, I want you guys to download Cluegate app. The Cluegate app. The Cluegate app is an app where we're going to be able to have voting in real time. It looks like this, Cluegate app. Download the Cluegate app. There already is a Clash of the Supporters group on the Cluegate app. Okay? So please don't forget that. Be a part of this. Download the Cluegate app now. It will really, really help and would really go a long way on Apple and iOS. Okay? The Cluegate app. Have you guys downloaded the Cluegate app? Make una support Cluegate. So they're going to be our sponsors. Okay? So it looks like this. Let me download it. Let me show you guys. It looks like this, called Cluegate. Okay? This is the symbol. Can you see it? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. That's what it looks like. The Cluegate app. And I'll be talking about it more as we progress. So, all right, guys, over to you, Team Atiku Abubakar. Let's hear from you.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I guess we are all doing fine. Well, my name is Femi Adiogo, a member of Team Atiku. And as we know today, the topic before us is education, and we are meant to discuss the educational plan of our candidate, our principal. So my principal is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. And as we all know, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a man of honor, a man of integrity, a man...
Oh, this is working well. Your voice is not clear. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Maybe.
Go ahead now.
Am I audible? Am I audible now?
Much better.
All right. So, like I've said, my name is Femi Adiogo, and I'm representing Team Atiku. I will be talking on the plans of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar on the educational sector, in the educational sector. And as we know, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a man of honor, is a man of dignity, and is a man that is full of innovative ideas. But you know, like we know, like what we know about our competitors or our opponents, they're used to blackmailing Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. They keep referring to the past and things that are not worth it. So I want to start my conversation by reminding us of something, that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar served as vice president between 1999 to 2007. And as vice president, he had the constitutional right to participate in all cabinet meetings. That's number one. Number two, the constitution required him to be the chairman of the National Economic Council and a member of the National Security Council. So that means that Alhaji, while he was serving as vice president of Nigeria, he was not in the capacity to deal with any educational stuff. He was not in direct capacity of that. He can suggest idea, but it was not in full control of the educational plan. So now, that means that we cannot hold him responsible for some things that has actually happened in the past, but we can talk about what he can do when he becomes the president of Nigeria, inshallah, by God's grace, 2023. Now, what is the first plan of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar? Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has done some kind of survey around the country, and he realized that we have many issues in our educational sector. And one of the issues is that we have Nigerian graduates who are not skilled, who are not even, who are just educated, but they are not skilled in one place or the other. And because of that, he said and noted that he will ensure that there is an improvement in the technical and vocational educational training system. And we all know that the world today has gone digital and is favoring those that have technical and vocational skills. And this is one of the plan of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He is passionate about ensuring that every Nigerian is well educated and is skilled in one area or the other. So that means that we are not just going to be talking about going to primary school, secondary school, university, and graduating and searching for a job. We will also be talking about Nigerians who can actually graduate from the higher institution and also do one or two things to get money. And some of the technical skills we are talking about is IT skills. And when we're talking about the IT skills, we are talking about how Nigerians can actually have the potential to program, to be programmers. Also, we are talking about how Nigerians, they can gain the skills of project management and some other technical skills. You will agree with me that we have so many graduates that they went to school, but they cannot write. If you tell them to write 1,000 articles, they will struggle to write. We know some of them that even they struggle to write their thesis or their projects, even at MSc level. And one of the technical skills Alhaji believe is that if we can have a technical center that trains people in this area, we can actually have what we call capacity development. And that is going to be full capacity development of Nigerian youth. So now, another area is the vocational skill. Yes, this is true. We have some private sector who are actually going into vocational training and some other things, but that has not actually been effective as we expected. So that means that when Alhaji Atiku Abubakar becomes the president, he will ensure that our vocational training centers are properly equipped with the financial resources and the technical resources that is required to actually build the capacity of our youth. So that is one of his educational plans. The second educational plan Alhaji Atiku Abubakar have is that is targeted towards our females.
All right, it's almost time up.
The females are not actually given priority. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar believes when he becomes the president of Nigeria, he is going to ensure that he encourage and promote more schools for girls in the areas of science and technology. He has actually been trying many ideas, and that's why we have AUN in Adamawa, and we believe that when he becomes president, he is going to solve the issues of education for females. He will encourage more females to enroll in school. So these are two of many of his plans. I will be stopping here and I will continue in the next section. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Team Atiku Abubakar. Team Bola Ahmed, your thoughts now.
Okay. Thank you very much, and good evening, our viewers, and
good evening,
good
everyone.
morning, good afternoon from wherever you are. Now, when we talk about education, I want us to understand that education is not limited to primary, secondary, and university as we have it. You understand? It's a process of receiving or giving a systemic instruction, especially at a school and all that. So it could also be a vocational training. It could also be a vocational training and the rest. So education is not, I want us to look at it from that angle. Education is not just going to primary, going to secondary, going to university and all that. You understand? There are different forms of, being educated. Now, I want us to take us back to the memory lane. Do you understand? You know, in 1999, when Obasanjo Atiku were in power, you understand, educational budget was reduced from 11.2% to paltry 1.8%. That was the beginning of the crisis in our educational sector. I will dwell much on it when we are getting to Gbasgbos or Ributa. I don't want to spend much of my energy on how PDP and PDP lights, their group, how they massacre and they destroy educational system in Nigeria. I don't want to go into that now. I want to focus on Tinubu's manifesto. What is Tinubu planning to do? Now, Tinubu manifesto is talking about educational infrastructure. He is going to improve on our infrastructure, you understand, build classes and, give grants and all that for research and development. Accreditation, accrediting standards, and curriculum vitae. We all know that our educational sector needs a serious revamping, and our curriculum vitae needs to be enhanced and changed. In fact, virtually all the candidates agree that Nigeria curriculum vitae, you understand, our accreditation standard needs to be reviewed. All of them agree on this. Another thing Tinubu is looking at, as we have this in his manifesto is teachers training. You understand? There should be a consistent training of our teachers so that the quality of education they are giving to our children can be worthwhile, because Nigeria education is probably not recognized anywhere in the world. Do you understand? You go to school, you go to university, and you can't be ranked among the best. It's based on the quality of training, infrastructure you have, and the rest. Then Tinubu is also looking at having a school management, a serious board. There will be a board, board of education for each schools, where the activities of the schools can be properly managed. Their activities can be reviewed. Nobody is reviewing the activities of most of the schools we have today. Everybody is just doing whatever they like. Do you understand? They are not accountable. I give an example one of these days when I was discussing here that University of Ibadan, for so many years, they cannot even produce their financial statements. You understand? Because nobody is checking. Nobody is responsible to check. And these are some of the things Asiwaju is ready to stop. Then we also have technical and vocational education. He is also ready to bring, technical and vocational education into Nigeria. Some of us, we want to do ties in our house. We will be calling people from Benin Republic because we don't have people who can do a quality ties in Nigeria. Do you understand? So everybody wants to go to school. Everybody wants to have BSc. Do you understand? And it's not supposed to be so. You understand? There are some people that their capacity does not carry going to school. That's why you see people doing malpractices and all that, because they want to have degree by call at all costs. And you see so many of our university graduates today, they are selling here. They are selling human hair. Some are even going into a different business. They are doing fashion designing and the rest today. You understand? Because the university system, does not have an entrepreneurial program for them, which is one of the reasons why we say this curriculum vitae is going to be revamped and reviewed. Restructuring of tertiary education, that is also part of Tinubu's agenda to restructure tertiary education. Our education needs to be restructured. There's another one that is very important that we don't talk about often, which is student loan. You know, I will dwell much on this later. Student loan, this is very, very important. Nigeria education as it is today is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest in the world. And when something is cheap, you don't get quality for it. That's why we continue to produce, you know, non-quality graduates every year. Some graduates cannot even write a application letter as we speak. Do you understand? Because the quality of education has dropped significantly. So those are some of the things that needs to be done, because if there is student loan, the quality, the standard will also be high. Then there will be a special education fund to assist all these universities, to assist primary and secondary schools, and you understand, in meeting their financial obligations. Finally, STEM incentives. There was a time on this program I was talking about why do we need dollar? And a lot of people don't understand what I mean. Do you understand? We are using our dollar, our foreign reserve, to fund something that is irrelevant. You know, STEM incentive is one of the areas we can use our dollar to fund and make it cheaper for Nigerian students to gain access to it. Do you understand? And STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These are some of the areas Nigeria has disadvantage. So if we invest in these, if we make funds available for people on this area, in this area for research and all those things, it will improve significantly on our educational system. Let me also mention that Buhari administration that we criticize seriously. A lot of us criticize this administration seriously. You said?
Your time, oh.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, over to Team Peter Obi. Let's hear from you.
All right, good morning, Daddy Freeze. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching in the world. My name is Peter Ebojele. I am a concerned citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We want Nigeria to make progress, and that is why we are supporting Peter Obi. Today we are talking about education. Now you see, education all over the world is something that you cannot do without. A country that doesn't have educated people is a country that is not ready to develop. A country that doesn't give priority attention to education is a country that will never see progress. Over the years in Nigeria, the governments have paid more of lip service to education than doing something that will really change our educational system. And my principal, Peter Obi, is somebody that has a reputation for education and spending on education, putting square pegs in square holes. Now, if you look at, in Nigeria, the foremost candidates who have really connected with the people, who have really spoken to the people, who have really educated the people on why they should vote and why Nigeria needs changes in our system is Peter Obi. That further demonstrates his quest for a better education. Now, Nigeria has a very big problem. The problem is big but easy to solve. If you check our universities, for example, we have the problem of funding, the problem of infrastructure, the problem of research and development. That's why a lot of times we see graduates who are unemployable, not just because these guys are not serious, but because the system is not serious to deliver quality education to the people. My principal, Peter Obi, before he became governor of Anambra State, education in Anambra State in terms of secondary education, primary and tertiary was in shambles. And when he came, he's a man you can trust. He told the people that he was going to bring a turnaround in education. In fact, education was one of his topmost priorities. And when he became governor of Anambra State, he transformed education. You see, Peter Obi is not a man who just talks. He's a man who does the talk. When he came in, what did he do? If you look at the secondary schools, first of all, there was decaying infrastructure. We had schools that didn't have teachers in some subject areas, you know, name it, chemistry, mathematics, physics, and what have you. So there was decaying infrastructure, there was poor funding of the system, and then even the funding that was going into the system was going into private pockets. So there was issue of corruption which Peter Obi dealt with squarely. He ensured that all the roadblocks in the system was removed. The schools got what they were supposed to get. There was massive infrastructural turnaround. There was, in terms of technology, science and technology, he improved the schools. See, Peter Obi was not somebody who just did it for the city center. He did it around the entire local government of Anambra State. He did the practical. He gave all schools brand new buses. Of course, he demonstrated his skill in encouraging local businesses, because all the vehicles he bought were from Innocent. He gave schools their buses. Each school had a bus. He bought 22,500 laptops from HP and distributed around the schools. He bought 1,400 printers, which was distributed around the schools. He introduced 1 million naira prize to any student who graduates with a first class from the university in Anambra State. He did that. Then he gave his personal number to all the senior prefects in the secondary schools. Having given them development, he gave his number to them. They had free access to him. They could call him, they could text him to tell him what was going on in their schools that needed to be fixed. This is a practical approach that he brought to bear, and that was why he was able to achieve taking Anambra from number 26 to number 1. You see, when we have a leader who knows what he is saying and does what he promises, you will get development, you will get trust. The trust Nigerians have for Peter Obi today is because he is not a man that just talks. He's not just eloquent. He does what he is saying. He has done that before in Anambra State, and these things are there for anybody to verify. He is going to turn around the system in Nigeria. You see, Obi have said it before, that the negotiation that the government, so far the PDP and APC government, have been failing to do. You know, they negotiate, renegotiate, negotiate again, break the promises, renegotiate. Look at the APC current government, 8 months ASU strike. When we had Tinubu with microphone, I have the video saying that there will be student loan. 4 years will be 4 years. APC is a party that has a reputation for telling lies. Student loan, this is the 8th year we are in. No student loan. Even Festus Keyamo could not answer the question when they played it to him. You know, Festus Keyamo is one person that helped them to lie, you know, but he couldn't say anything. Peter Obi is not that kind of a person. Peter Obi is a man you can trust. He is somebody, when he says, I'm going to do this, he will. And he has already told us that even the money the APC government is allowing to get lost in the name of crude oil theft is enough to settle ASU. What is ASU asking for? They are asking for infrastructural development, research and development. And Obi is that man that can bring it to bear. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys so much. So far, nobody has bought a single star on Star Wars. Black Mentor will come now. When I go begin, they wonder how in they do all the teams. It's so easy. I've tried to explain this before. Just go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. You will see my page. It has 751,000 subscribers or followers. Scroll down to Clash of the Supporters, today's video, and you can get your stars there. I'm going to start announcing the Star Wars. And as soon as you buy, remember to put your team first. If you're buying stars, just put Obi, if it's for Obi or Atiku or Asiwaju, so we can know who's leading and how much they're leading with. Before we go into rebuttals, I want to ask a question from all of you in the same order. Can you please talk about your principal's educational qualifications? All of you. Starting from Atiku Abubakar, his personal educational qualification and how this would enhance his abilities as a leader. So starting with Team Atiku Abubakar, let's do this.
All right. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was educated or is educated up to the higher institution level. He has his diploma in strategic studies and he went for masters abroad. So Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a personality that is versatile when it comes to education, when it comes to the undergraduate study and the postgraduate study. And the implication of this is that those that level of education has actually prepared him to handle so many technical tasks within the country and outside the country. So I believe that with his level of exposure, I want to remind us something, that it is the level of exposure of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar that made him to always have this predictive power, which almost no other candidate have. Let me tell you, for instance, now, when he was talking about the privatization or commercialization of the NNPC, he was able to understand where we're going. And he said that we should privatize our the NNPC sector. And it is through his education that he was able to understand the fundamental of economics. He was able to understand the fundamental of international business. And he was also able to understand the fundamentals of running national economy. So Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's level of education has actually inspired him to do so many things that are innovative. And it has at the same time prepared him ahead of the task that is in front of him. So I can say, and I will summarize, that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is well educated and he has been leveraging on his education to perform so many things in different sectors. So yeah, stop.
All right, over to Team Asiwaju.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Asiwaju has a bachelor degree in finance from Chicago State University, where he has where he graduated with distinction. Now, from there, he moved to Deloitte. You know, it's an auditing and consulting firm where he did exceptionally well. He was part of the people that set up the financial process with of Aramco and the rest. He was a very distinguished part of Deloitte in those days. And later he transferred his service to Mobil Nigeria, where he rose to become the treasurer of Mobil, you know, before he ventured into politics. Now, you will see his, you know, handprint when he became the governor of Lagos State. Now, somebody who majored in finance, who majored in accounting and finance, you should see the effect in the way he managed and re-engineer the finance of a state like Lagos. Now, Tinubu make Lagos State internally generated revenue, we have said this thing several times, at 600 million. And by the time he's leaving, the state IGR has grown to 7 billion monthly. And today, as we speak, he put the structure and the machinery in motion that continue to grow the state IGR. And today, Lagos IGR monthly is going to 50 billion. So these are some of the achievements of Tinubu, which you can see, and he's the first person that introduced bond to Nigeria, to the state government. He was the first person that was able to access bond in the financial market. So you see, all these things translate to his, you know, finance background, And you also see how he handled the investment in Airtel. Remember, Lagos State invested 4 billion in Airtel, and by the time they are cashing out from that investment, they were making 19 billion. So these are some of the things. These are some of the things that make Asiwaju unique and better than all these candidates. We know of a candidate that invests almost 12-point-something million in brewery, in beer, and at the end of the day, as of today, that investment has crashed to $3-point-something million. So those are the difference. Asiwaju financial re-engineering can be seen in Lagos State. You know, when they create Lekki Deep Sea Port, Lekki Free Trade Zone, you can see the kind of revenue that place is going to generate. You know, from the research, you know, the state is going to generate over $200 billion in the next 5 years and create over 170,000 employment. So those are some of the reasons why I believe strongly Asiwaju is the best, you know, to manage this country. And we all know that we are having problem of revenue generation in Nigeria. So that's why you need somebody as a financial expert to do that. Thank you.
All right, and finally over to Team Peter Obi. You are muted.
Let me quickly go straight to answer the question about the educational qualification of my principal. And when it's time for rebuttals, there are other things I will quickly trash. Now, everybody knows that Peter Obi schooled, he was born in Anambra State. He went through primary school, went through secondary school, and went through the university. He studied philosophy in University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and graduated in 1984. After his first degree, Peter Obi kept on reading. If I start mentioning all the certificates he has acquired over the years, time will fail me. But you see, Obi is so studious. He is so serious with education. He expanded his horizon, expanded into finance, expanded into investment, leadership, and the rest. We saw Obi's exploits. We have seen it in business today. He is a businessman who is doing good. He was the CEO of Fidelity Bank. He managed the bank and took it to a very high height. He left the banking sector and became a governor. We saw how he brought his education to bear in Anambra State when he was governor of the state. He ran the state, took the state from where it was, that was a very, very horrible situation, took the state to a place of pride. His capacity when it comes to investment was brought to bear. He made a lot of investments for the state. He worked for the state. He saved money for the state. In the history of Nigeria, there is no governor in the history of Nigeria that have been able to save the kind of money that Obi saved for Anambra State. I heard the Tinubu supporters say Tinubu invested in Airtel. Tinubu invested in Econet. Where is Econet today? Where is the investment that Tinubu made? And then he was talking about somebody invested in a brewery and the investment has dropped. Do you read papers? The brewery that is growing from height to height, in expanding their line of products. They are making a lot of profit. Somebody is just telling us that it is going down. Do you have a financial record of the company? It does not even make sense. For a company that is booming, somebody is saying the investment is going down. How does it work? Where Tinubu put his money, the company does not exist again. Where is Econet? They are sold from Econet to Vodacom, Vodacom to Celtel, Celtel to V-Mobile, from there to Zain. They're there now. And we are talking about somebody invested, he has a background in finance. Even Tinubu's forged certificate says it is business administration he read. Tinubu himself has said that he read accounting before, which his man just said now. How does business administration relate with finance? That he has a background in finance, and the certificate he gave INEC is showing that it's business administration. The certificate logo is not the logo of the university he claimed to have attended. He said he worked with Deloitte. Deloitte said they don't know him. That's what we are talking about. Peter Obi is not that kind of person. Peter Obi is somebody, you know, his classmates from primary school to university. There are people they sat together in class. There are people they wrote exams together. They have attended professional courses together. They know him. But the Baba on the other side, they don't know him. He doesn't have classmates even in the university. Doesn't have classmates in primary school. He doesn't have in secondary school. They will not argue and tell you that Isaac Newton didn't attend primary school. What has Baba discovered? Isaac Newton did a lot. Peter Obi is the best candidate for the job in terms of what he has and what he does. You see the education in him when he's talking. Nemo dot quod non habet. You can't give what you don't have. It's not a balablu education or APV stuff. You can't give what you don't have. The same people who told you that the man studied accounting, studied finance, the certificate when he brings saying that pizza me. So which one do we believe? So these things are not hard to crack. It's a very simple thing. Obi is not that kind of person. He has classmates. He has a degree. He has everything.
Time up. All right, thank you so much. I didn't want this to degenerate into the rebuttals, but it's okay. The people listening all picked something. You can respond to any of the things in the rebuttals. Big shout out to someone. We have only one star buyer. Frankie De Niro of Team Obi bought 50 stars. So Team Obi is currently leading Star Wars. It usually starts like this, but can they keep up the pace? Where is the black mentor? They say make we no tag him. Timatiku, make una tag your guy. Make una no doll. Make Team Obi no collect this one. Where is Team Tinubu? Frank De Niro just sent another 50 stars. So Team Obi is currently leading. Clap for Team Obi. Big shout out to you guys. They're doing amazingly well on Star Wars this week. How do you participate in Star Wars? It actually is extremely easy. All you need to do is go to your Facebook page. You can really get started on Facebook. Oh wow, the moment I announce, everybody's now responding. Okay, still Frank De Niro, still pushing very hard for Team Obi, 150 stars so far. Team Obi is leading. Now, all you need to do is go to your Facebook page. When you get to your Facebook page, top right-hand corner, search for Daddy Freeze. Top right-hand corner, Daddy Freeze. This is what the account looks like. Scroll to today's video. You can see today's video right there. Click on it. Under, you will see a star symbol under the video. Click on that star symbol right there. And it will pop up. A menu will pop up so you can get stars. This is what it looks like. Okay, guys? This is what it looks like. So, someone says, who's winning the debate? I cannot tell who's winning the debate, but I can tell who's winning Star Wars. Winning the debate is up to you. That is why I would love you to download the Cluegate app. Cluegate, C-L-U-G-A-T, as one word. C-L-U-E-G-A-T, I beg your pardon. This is what it looks like, the Cluegate app. Download it, and you can drop your comment. There's a Clash of the Supporters group. Okay, so wow, Star Wars just decided to start all of a sudden, and Bukola Oweye, that is my darling bookie, supporting Team OB. So OB is clearly in the lead today with 700 stars. Nobody else has bought a single star except Team OB. So big shout out Team OB. If you are a follower of Sowore, you can also win Star Wars. And if Sowore can win Star Wars in 3 consecutive weeks, then I would believe that Team Sowore also is strong enough to join us, and we will have to invite and involve Team Omoyele Sowore in our clash of the supporters. So big shout out to, oh wow, Cornerstone, Team Tinubu just got 400 stars. Simon Emeka, 500 stars for Team OB. So currently leading, we have Team OB. The Obedience are leading and doing so quite well. We have about 1,100 for Team OB and 500 for Team Tinubu. Team Tinubu is rising quickly. They've gotten 600 stars right now. So can they close up the gap with Team Peter Obi, or is Peter Obi going to lead today? We'll find out. Star Wars just started. Where is Black Mentor to come and torment people? Where is that Michael guy from Team Tinubu of last week? We're going to find out where everything is. Oh my goodness, somebody just dropped something again. Robert De Niro is representing too for Team OB. Team OB, they are doing very well today. They are not leaving anything to chance. Big shout out. So over to Bottles. Once we come back, I'll be letting you know what exactly is happening on on the Star Wars. Team Tinubu is catching up. Cornerstone is doing a really good job. He is trying very hard to catch up, but Team OB is currently in the lead. Team Tinubu, run to my Facebook page, Daddy Freeze on Facebook, with 751,000 followers. Verified handle, you will know that is it. Go to the debate, Clash of the Supporters, and see how you can be part of Star Wars. All right, guys. So if you're ready, let's make this happen. Rebuttals, starting with Team Atiku Abubakar on a 5-minute time limit. If you're ready, here's your timer. And trust me, we're taking timing very seriously. Let's go.
All right. Now, I can see that I can sense some level of cluelessness in the speech of the Team Asiwaju, but I'm going to come back to that later. Well, I want to remind us that we have up to 5 levels of education, but I want to compress it to 3. We have the elementary, we have the high school, and we have the tertiary education. And Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has actually tailored his plan to all this level to ensure that everyone is not left out in his administration. And at the elementary level, there is an important thing he discovered regarding the education status of many Nigerians, especially people, people that are actually poor. And he discovered that 18.5 million children, they are out of school. And that is out of school. But is to ensure that all these students or all these children, they are able to go back to school. And he is trying to promote what we call free education at basic level. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, he tends to make elementary education to be free to people at the basic level, so that everyone or every children in every home can actually have access to elementary education. And this is quite important and vital in our education system today. Because I think being, if all children are actually educated, we will not be having the high level of crime we are having today. In fact, we will not be having all these kind of cybersecurity issues we are having today. So that is one of the focus area of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, which I'm not sure the Peter Obi or Asiwaju people actually have plans for that. So now, when we are actually talking about how to deal with education, some things are fundamental, and this set of people, they're yet to understand what we're talking about when we're talking about fundamental things. When we're talking about the fundamental issue in our system, we are first going to talk about the teachers, the stars of the in the system. And this, one of the things that has actually been happening at the tertiary level of education is the salary issues. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has promised that if he becomes president in 2023, he is going to ensure that he clears the ASUD backlog of salary, and he ensure that he increase the funding level of our higher institution. So now, when Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has insisted that ASUD strike will actually come to end, and the only way it can come to end is to ensure that, number one, there is adequate funding of the public universities. He also ensure that the welfare of the university staff or the higher institution staff, which include university and polytechnic, is properly taken care of. And this is one of the things Alhaji Atiku Abubakar wanted to do if he becomes the president. And number three of the thing is that he wants to ensure that there is no bottleneck when it comes to funding university. He actually wants to deal with the barriers that are actually existing in the educational system, whereby if they have to send funds to each parastatal, it has to go through so many processes. He wants to ensure that we have what we call smart process, and he wants to ensure that we have something that is smooth and easy to actually follow, the procedures that are easy to follow, to ensure that every university. Sir? Okay. So these are part of what
your network.
Okay, these are part of what Alhaji Atiku Abubakar intends to do if he becomes president 2023. Thank you.
You actually still have 45 seconds. Anything else you want to add?
Yes. One of the things I want to add is that when it comes to education, well, maybe I will talk about this later. Peter Obi has actually failed while he was even governor. And even when we're talking about Asiwaju, there are so many things that were left undone while he was the governor of the state. And Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, he ensured that the agreement ASUD had that time, he ensured that they made the agreement, and he ensured that everything that pertained to ASUD were properly documented. The implementation was not possible actually because of time factor on his side. And we understand that government is continuum. The question we should have asked the Asiwaju people is, what have they done based on the legacy Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Olusegun Obasanjo has actually laid down for us? Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you for sticking to time. That was amazing. Big announcement, team. Bola Ahmed Tinubu team Asiwaju is leading the Star Wars. Out of the blues, a gentleman called Cornerstone came in, and he's leading with 3,300 stars. Big shout out to team Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All right, big shout out to them. Team Peter Obi is second. Team Atiku Abubakar has no representation today in the Star Wars, but you know that can change anytime anybody decides to wake the black mentor up. Moving over to team Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what do you think? We just heard from team Atiku Abubakar. What is your take?
Okay, thank you very much. If not because I don't have an opportunity to sue people for plagiarism, I will have sued both Peter Obi's guy and Atiku guy for plagiarism. everything they are mentioned here, they are copy. It was copy live and direct from Tinubu manifesto. Everything they are talking about it, I've talked about it. I've talked about it. Educational infrastructure, accreditation, teacher training, vocational and education, restructuring of tertiary institutions. We've talked about all these things. We bring our manifesto out first. One thing I've also discovered from your manifesto is that your manifesto does not give how. It does not say how you want to fund it. You copy our manifesto, fine, but it does not state how you are going to fund some of these projects. I've read all the manifesto, and that's what I found out here. And the other guy there was talking about, I said, Tinubu had a degree in accounting. You see, these are some of the reasons why we have to revamp our education. And he said what he saw there was beside me, because he did not understand how United States educational system work. When you have a BSc in business administration in United States with honor, you can major in particular field. So Tinubu major in accounting, but this guy does not know because they don't do proper research. They don't do proper research. So those are some of the issues I see in what they have talked about. And also, Obasanjo Atiku are the one that destroyed Nigeria educational system. And I have a proof to that. Prior to 1999, educational budget, the highest we've had was 11.2%. Obasanjo and Atiku reduced it to 1.8% in 1999. Remember in 2001, that is when ASU went on a very dangerous strike that made them to sack 49 lecturers in University of Ilorin. Some of us have short memory. 49 lecturers were sacked by Obasanjo in University of Ilorin for going on strike. And the damage they did to the educational system was so bad that when they were destroying Nigerian educational system, they are creating their own. It was during that time, Obasanjo set up Bed University. Atiku set up American University. You are still serving as a civil servant, as a president and vice president of the country, and you are setting up university. That is one of the most unethical and, very, very cruel and corrupted attitude from number one and number two citizens of this nation. And Buhari that you criticize every day, see have the highest. Do you know that Nigeria budget on education is higher than UK? Nigeria budget allocation on education is higher than US. Do you know that? So those are some of the things we need to talk about. You understand? Tinubu introduced free education for all citizens. Free education. He created Millennium School. That's what we call Millennium School. These are some of the best schools. Somebody is talking about Anambra was number one. No, they were not Anambra. There's no statistics that show they were number one at anywhere. What you are talking about is Miracle. What you are talking about is Miracle Center. That was the era where Miracle Center was common in Anambra State. Don't let them deceive you. That's what happened. Miracle Center.
Your time is up. Your time is up.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you all so much. Star Wars, when I like to warn people, it's like they know they like to hear word. So, big shout out to Team Peter Obi. They have taken over back from Team Ashiwaju. Cornerstone did so well. He pumped them very hard. But then Team Peter Obi, shout out to Team Peter Obi. It's always good to come out with the numbers. I'm about to say this because Peter Obi is about to start speaking right now on education. And it's important. And thank you, Team Peter Obi, for coming back so strong. And what am I saying? Hey. I was warning you, I'm just about to start praising you. I was warning you that once the Black Mentor wakes up, problem don't start. Black Mentor entered with 18,400 stars from nowhere. Team Atiku is now number one. All right, Team Obi. Over to you guys. Well,
you see, I have a lot of things to say, but let me just pick some. Sometimes it's the most difficult job to do is to speak for a man who has too many obvious lies that is in front of him that he's giving on a daily basis. First of all, Tinubu by himself, I've said several times, that he studied accounting, forgetting that the certificates that they forged. Listen, Chicago State does not have the logo on Tinubu's certificate. The logo on the certificate, Chicago State have never had that logo since its inception. That's the logo on the certificate. So how can somebody even use the forged certificate to go and now major on another business? People are talking as if we didn't go to school. Listen, I've taught in University of Benin for 12 years. So nobody can tell me those trash. My wife is an American. Do you understand? So when you are talking about American, my wife is doing a PhD as I speak. So there's nothing you want to tell me about American education. You think maybe because I'm in Nigeria, I don't know. We read. And I have, see, listen, let me tell you something. Tinubu didn't go to primary school, according to him, after he lied before that he attended when he was governor. But after the matter never burst. You understand? He lied that he attended secondary school and primary school. The thing don't disappear. Right now, he didn't go again. He didn't attend. He said he went to Richard Denny College. He named not the school. He not go. No classmates. Do you understand? Talking about, oh, I did GED and I entered. My brother, if you want to do the exam, there will be people who know you. Let's even forget about Richard Denny College. The Chicago State University, they don't know him. Tinubu in Chicago record is female. The man wasn't female before, now he's now male. These are issues. Tinubu by himself said he did finance. Certificate when you bring biz admin, they have not merged biz admin and finance. Neither have they merged biz admin and accounting. Till today, they make noise. Tinubu, the video is there. You can't argue with it. Tinubu in their manifesto, APC manifesto, they said there will be student loan. Tito Bay, no student loan. A party that is reputable in lying. No student loan today. And that same thing is still in his manifesto. Tinubu does not know what is in his manifesto. I challenge Tinubu to talk about his manifesto. It is the people supporting him that know about the manifesto. Baba don't know. Baba Blue. PDAPC. Go and get your APC and vote. Recruit 50 million youth. See, when person go school, they show. The man don't know. Look at Expo. This man was talking about exam malpractice. The one he did in Chatham House, is it not worst? Is that not the worst malpractice ever? They ask you a question, you brought people who know to come and help you answer. And you are going for the exam. You want to run for president. They're asking you questions, what will you do? You are bringing people to help you. Which miracle center is worse than that? What do they do in Miracle Center? In an international stage, the man they fool the country. Because he does not know. It is so clear. He doesn't know. We are not talking about giving wrong statistics. The one they give no even they enter. It doesn't enter at all as it. See, listen. The greatest nightmare of APC is Bola Tinubu. Because anytime the man opens his mouth to talk, he will just goof. He will just skid off the point. Was talking about electricity and talked about corn, roasted corn. And we are talking about education. Is that the man that wants to come and help our education system when he needs help? His own education, qualification is a mystery. His schooling is a mystery. They said he majored in. When did he major? Where is the paper? Anything, there is a certificate to it. Because you can't help him say major. Does Tinubu even know what people are talking about? Most times when people help, somebody was talking about plagiarism. Does Tinubu know what's even in the manifesto? He doesn't know. Now the Bongoli know it's in the manifesto. Those are where no book. The man they are fronting does not know. This is just telling lies. People want to write something for him. Even the man not the figure who can represent the lie. Why is he running from camera? Even TVC that is owned by him, he doesn't appear there to be interviewed. And that's the man we are saying a major in finance. Which major?
Well, I see some level of inclusion in this actual.
And you major in finance. See, Tinubu is the greatest headache of APC because people they support the guy, but they feel support the lie when people they help and talk. Even that day they asked him about his age, he read it on paper. He read his own age on paper. The videos are there. I'm not lying against him. He read it on paper.
Time up. Today is the day. As I'm enjoying the debate, big shout out to Team Atiku, big shout out to Team Tinubu, and big shout out to Team Peter Obi. Team Peter Obi was doing so well on Star Wars. I need to talk about today's Star Wars because it is now war. For the first time in a long time, I see a war looming. Team Obi was doing so well. Team Tinubu jumped in with Mr. Cornerstone. And then Team Obi took over back again. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Black Tormentor came forward. And the Black Tormentor did 18,000 stars. And I just needed to shout out to the Black Mentor. Black Mentor, you are amazing. You are a great guy. You have taken Team Atiku from nowhere to the second spot because at number 1, Team Asiwaju is back with the same guy that tormented the Tormentor, the rest of us. A guy called Michael. Michael leading with 12,000 stars. Combined with Cornerstone's 3,000 stars, Team Asiwaju is leading with 23,000 stars. Followed closely by the Black Mentor at 18,000. Please, Team Obi, not let these people just they dominate this thing like this. Make una enter this market. The Black Mentor don't vex. He said today that today say no go sleep off. Who can actually win today? Michael, the new Tormentor, aka, or the Black Mentor, our former Tormentor? Or is the Black Mentor going to continue being our Tormentor for life? How is this going to end? Let me tell you, Team Obi, if you've never done this before, this is how you do it. Go to my Facebook page, top right-hand corner, search bar, type Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Once you get it, make sure you look for this video. You will see me wearing this shirt. Oh, my eye no come clear again. I don't see like taste buds. I go to see person face. I'm not going to see eye. But as I know they see well, I see they see the stars. Now, wow. So, guys, jump right in. Somebody, Emeka for Team Obi just came through. Yemi Akinyeye also just came through for Team Obi. So right now, about 5,000 stars have come in for Team Obi. It's just that the battle is very tough. Joseph Nantoma has responded. The Black Mentor has taken the helm back. Oh, yes, he has taken the helm back from Team Tinubu. Yes, that was quick and close, but the Black Mentor has gone back to number 1. Yes, even though it's by a slight margin, because Michael combined with Cornerstone had about 3,300 stars, 23,300, while the Black Mentor has 23,400. So that's a bit of a lead. Big shout out to the Black Mentor, amazing guy. He's back to the Tormentor now, so he's not just a mentor, he's a Tormentor. Michael, you were about to be our Tormentor this week, but you're up against some very formidable opponents. So let's see how this plays out. Before we go any further, I would like to throw in a Daddy Freeze question. I do this all the time, and it has to do with education. Why do you think the people listening today should vote for your principle? Let's use education as a yardstick, nothing else. Forget about any. Mention one thing that Tinubu did, or one thing that Obi did, or one thing that Atiku did that makes them stand out in regards to education. One thing that you can say, oh, I credit this to Tinubu, or I credit this to Obi, or I credit this to. Think very well. You can only mention one thing. And I will pick a winner today. Whoever answers my question best, I will pick a winner in this section. That is the Daddy Freeze question. While we're waiting for them to slug it out on Star Wars, one thing your principal has done with regards to education. Starting with you, Team Atiku Abubakar. Since it's one thing you don't need to.
Well, okay. When, like I said earlier, I said, while Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was the vice president, he only has the constitutional right to head the National Economic Council. So that means while he was serving as the VP, he doesn't actually have the ability to do much in the educational sector. But coming to his own personal life and his wealth, he actually ensured that he diverted much of his funds into building university. And that's the university in Yola. And that university is modeled after US practices. So, and what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is that he foresees that the educational sector, which is the public sector, will no longer have the capacity to actually absorb much students. And that is why he was thinking of having the private education, private university education, whereby some people who cannot actually be contained in the public sector, in the public university education, can always come to the private university education. And he modeled this school after the US practices. And that means that if Nigeria has been a country whereby people are educated and they get jobs, honestly, they will not have reason to travel abroad to learn anything.
All right.
Majority of Nigeria.
Question that requires a short answer. Beautifully put. If you didn't mention the private university he set up, I would have mentioned it on your behalf and then told you didn't win, because that's all I needed to hear for me personally. Team Atiku Abubakar being able to set up a world standard university. Sorry, it's a university, right? A world standard university in Nigeria, private or not. It shows that if he can do it privately, I'm sure he'll be able to also do it with the state funds. He has experience, he has teachers, he's run for over 10 years now. So yes, that is a big feather in the cap of Atiku Abubakar. Now over to Team Tinubu. Let's hear you.
Okay, mine is very simple. Just one: free education. Free education. Tinubu gave free education to all Lagosians. Now listen, there is a catch. He gave free education to all Lagosians, regardless of where you come from. Regardless of your tribe, your religion, your race. As long as you are Lagosian, you reside in Lagos, you get free education. He pays their WAEC and NECO fee. He paid their WAEC and NECO fee. It is on record that Lagos State, during Tinubu, paid the highest bursary to Lagosians. So these are unique stuff that I cannot even, expand on. Free education, Millennium School. He built Millennium School. Do you understand? So those are some of the things we need to talk about here. I don't want to go further to other area of his education, but the free education is very, very important for public schools. So if you attend any public education schools, it is free. When Tinubu was governor, Thank you.
All right. Yes, I would say the Lagos State. I would agree with the fact that the Lagos State educational sector is better than most states in Nigeria. I remember going with the Free Nation to do giveaways at the Bar Beach, Rambo School, and we saw what the government had done. Had they done enough? Well, not really, but the school at least was standard, and the government also has a rehabilitation center for people with substance problems. We went there to do giveaways, and it was all funded by the government. So the Lagos State government, yes, it has done quite a bit, but I'm now torn. Do I give this to Atiku Abubakar, who has run a university successfully for a while, or do I give this to Tinubu? Or let me hear from Team Toby. Is there anything your principal has with regards to education that would put him in the forefront? So over to you guys.
All right. Now on education, the most spectacular thing that Obi did was to take Anambra State from number 26 to number 1. He took it's on record. He took Anambra State from number 26 to number 1. And it didn't take him 3 years to do that. You see, when Peter Obi came into Anambra State, education was in shambles. Coming from infrastructure down to the teachers, schools didn't have enough teachers. He employed teachers to take all the subject areas. He bought 22,500 laptops from HP. That is the single highest purchase by any state government in Nigeria in the history. 22,500 laptops to share to children of poor people to learn in school. And these laptops went around the government schools in the entire state. He gave them brand new school buses. It wasn't a case of, okay, if you see government bus, enter. No. Each school had a school bus. He gave 1 million naira to anybody who graduated with a first class. That is the highest we have seen so far, where they are giving 25,000 to best graduate students in South OP. Throughout his tenure as governor, 1 million naira to anybody who makes first class. It means that if 100 people made first class, he will give each of them 1 million each. Obi transformed education in Anambra State that nobody can doubt it. This is fact. You can't fight with facts. That's the thing. So the transformation of education,
this is Daddy Free's question. Is not really part of the debate, so don't be upset with me. I don't want to take it too far. Yes, all your candidates have done considerably well with regard to education in places of primary assignment, if I can call it that. So it's a tie for me. Peter Obi did well in Anambra with regards to education. Tinubu's done well. Atiku has not had a chance to rule in that regard. But one thing I would definitely say about Atiku Abubakar is he's run a private university. Like I said, just one thing. And who do I give it to? Who do I give it to? Download Cornerstone right now, the Cornerstone app on your iPhone, that's iOS. It's Cornerstone. I said Cornerstone. ClueGate. Download Clue, C-L-U-E, Gate, G-A-T-E. Download it now and share your suggestions with me via the ClueGate app. I'm going to look into it. That might help me make up my mind. We're about to go into the famous basketball section or section of the Clash of Supporters. But everybody mute their mics. Can everybody please mute their mics? Mic mute, please. A lot of people are saying Tinubu. A lot of people are saying Obi. To be very honest, I don't know who to give. You guys, your principals have all done so well. So while we're waiting and while we're moving over to the Basbos, there's already a mad Basbos going on Star Wars. The tormentor refuses to be tormented. Ladies and gentlemen, the Black Mentor is leading with 44,700 stars. 44,700 stars. All hail Joseph Nantoma and his beautiful wife, Mercy Nantoma. They are leading for Team Atiku Abubakar. This is phenomenal. Michael, the new tormentor, came through with 27,000 followers, but very quickly he was tormented by the tormentor, who came in at 44,700, almost double what Michael is doing so far. Now, how far with Team Peter Obi? Let me give you their figures right now. So I'm going to remove Joseph Nantoma from the total. Then I'm going to remove Michael for Tinubu. And then I'm going to remove Cornerstone. So Team Tinubu is Team Peter Obi is currently third with 10,500 stars. Team Peter Obi on Star Wars this week, number 3, 10,500 stars. Come on, guys, you guys can do this. Do not allow the tormentor and Atiku to torment you. Number 3, we've got Peter Obi, 10,500 stars. Number 2, we've got Team Ashiwaju with, oh my goodness, Ashiwaju is rising with 30,300 stars. So Team Ashiwaju is on 30,300 stars. And number 1 is Team Atiku Abubakar, number 1 with 44,700 stars. There's a lot of hope for Team Ashiwaju. They can actually catch up. And I do believe at 10,500 stars, Team Obi is not lazy. His people are actually very, very strong, and they come together in large numbers. Let me hail Obi's people. Emeka Ezulo, just by himself, got 6,400 stars, and he's the third individual. Cornerstone, thank you so much. Becky Consider, 1,300 stars. Coco Boy Music, thank you so much. Yemi Akinyeye, thank you so much. Simon Emeka, thank you very much. Bukola Udefa and Frank De Nero, thank you guys so much. Once again, big shout out to Team Atiku Abubakar. They are officially in the lead. Can you campaign someone who gave free education to someone who increases the school fees, or Atiku that has private universities? How many poor can attend the university? Also, Diary of a Canadian Mom, big shout out to you, Priye, says statistics of Obi's performance are available on her page. So do find time to check that out. I want to make sure I've attended to every single person. Big shout out to Frank De Nero again. He's still trying very hard for Team Peter Obi on Star Wars. Great job, and great job all the debaters, Femi, Olu, and my lovely, lovely brother, Pastor Peter Ebojele. Thank you guys so much for how far we have come. We're about to step into a very, very scary place. A 10-minute time limit is what we're starting with. Hopefully, we know we won't need to go into injury time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready? Bass goes. You guys can talk about any and everything, but please try to allow each other talk I will recommend a 30-second banter in between each person. Just time yourself, talk for 30 seconds, allow the next person to talk, so you guys don't end up turning this into a Japanese parliament. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can all unmute your mics. 3, 2, 1, and your time starts now.
Yeah, let me ask.
Hold on.
Hello, can you hear me? Let me ask Pastor Ebojele some very interesting question. Now, first and foremost, I want you to tell us here why, Soludo said poverty rate when Obi became their governor moved from 25% to 53%. That's what the current governor, who has the file of Obi in his front, is saying. That why is it that despite all the education, number one, that you are talking about, people migrate to Lagos daily from Anambra? We are not seeing the effect of that education in Anambra as we speak. We are not seeing the effect, and it does not show in their budget. You understand? It does not show in their budget. I was telling somebody on this forum when I started that Nigerian budget, percentage-wise, is higher than UK and US. They didn't believe me. The UK budget is 6.1% of their education budget. US is 6.6%. While Nigeria is doing 7.14% of its education budget. So when we say Obi was a failure, there's a reason why we are saying that. Because if you move poverty level from 25% to 53%, there's no way you can say the education you are talking about is effective. It's not. So, but when you compare that to Lagos, people are making it. They are succeeding in Lagos here. It shows that the education in Lagos is having effect. There's no effect of that education in Anambra. They are all migrating to most of these laptops you are talking about. Maybe they are even using it for Yahoo. Because when you look at the rate at which EFCC is tracking people all over there, you ask yourself, what did they do with the laptop you are talking about? You are celebrating a laptop that a local government chairman is giving to people here, a speaker of the house is giving without making noise about. That's what you are shouting here. We are talking of serious issue. You are talking of something else. So tell us why. Why is poverty level moved from 25 to 53%? It's not me that said it. That was what Soludo said. Why is it so? Why can't Obi generate revenue when he was governor? Why? Those are the questions. You can't just be coming and be lying to us. We know that we normally lie. I don't expect you to be lying too. I don't expect you to be lying here too. We already
do you want me to respond? You just asked me a question.
Respond.
All right, let me quickly respond. Atiku Abe, wait first. Let me quickly respond. Let me start from this point. First of all, we must understand that the current governor of Anambra State, while he was going to office, it's on tape. I have it. I can send it to you. He praised Peter Obi on what he did. And to prove that that guy, Soludo, was a very strong politician who played politics with a lot of things, when he was praising Obi, he now said Obi did that because he was following the APGA manifesto. He put APGA in quote, but he did not dispute the fact that Obi transformed the state all the way around. I have the video. Now, coming back now to tell you that Obi's education budget was so and so percent, that you believe, because you always want to believe the lies, because you have looked for dirty things about Obi, you didn't find. So you are not looking for somebody who
there are so many dirty things about Obi.
You believe the percentage, but did Soludo tell you that Anambra was not number one? Soludo can't say that. Did Soludo tell you that schools were not built? He couldn't have said that. You can't fight with this.
Obi did not build school. Obi did not build school. Stop lying. Stop lying. Obi did not build school.
You don't even see your face. Bring your face come back.
He returned school to missionary.
Obi built schools.
Obi did not build school.
What are you talking about? You're not going to Lagos. Is it because of education?
My brother, don't lie. You don't have to lie.
Talking about people going to Lagos. People go to Lagos because federal government have put opportunities in Lagos.
Lagos did not build school. Please don't lie. Obi did not build school.
So don't come and be telling me because people are going to Lagos.
Obi did not build school. Obi did not build school. Please don't lie. I don't like lying.
Let's stop doing all this stuff that's not correct.
Obi did not build school. Obi did not build school.
When you people try to protect Tinubu, you help him lie. Obi built schools. Obi
did not build school. Obi did not build school.
Tinubu buy. You haven't played down playing on the laptops. How many did Tinubu buy? You said Tinubu did free education. In Lagos State, there is free education in secondary school and primary school.
He only returned school to missionaries.
What are you talking about? See, listen.
He returned school to missionaries. He did not build school.
The free education that Tinubu is claiming is just talking based on the ignorance of people. There's free education everywhere. People in the north, they people food for school. Upon the free education,
the school Obi build.
I don't mean the free education at what level? There's free education in Lagos State. So will you praise Obaseki for the free education? Free education is everywhere.
Obi did not build school. I said Obi did not build school. Name the school Obi build.
Didn't increase school fees of last week. Tell me he didn't increase it. What are you talking about? You just come because you want to apply for a man post certificate. You are telling me Obi didn't build schools. I will send you videos to clear your
doubt. Name the school Obi. Don't send me your live video.
My brother, I will send you video. Channels no go lie. Channels no go lie. What are you talking about?
The school Obi build.
What did Tinubu build? Bala blue.
Tinubu built Millennium School. Tinubu built Millennium School.
He didn't build any. Show me the Millennium School. Send me the video. When we finish, send me the video. I will send you a video. It's not going to the public to lie to tell us Obi didn't build. Can you rewrite history? Obi didn't build any school. Which kind of lie be that now? Are you fighting with?
I'm asking you a question. Name the school he built.
My brother, I have videos I will show you.
Don't show me video. You want to run. You want to run. Name the school Obi build. Name the school Obi build.
Obi built schools all over the state, everywhere.
Obi did not build school, and I'm telling you, Obi did not build school.
Bros, see, let me tell you something. This is fact.
Do you want me to tell you what he did? Do you want me to tell you what Obi did?
The best way to tell you what Obi did is lie. APC has a reputation for telling lies. We will give you student loan. Where the loan?
You are the one now.
Give us now. You are talking about the line from 1999 to 2007. What did Tinubu do in Lagos? No, what did Tinubu do in Lagos? Is Tinubu even going to Lagos? That people are going to Lagos have nothing to do with Tinubu. Which did Tinubu bring seaports to Lagos?
Name the school Obi built.
Tell me what Tinubu did in Lagos and expecting people go to Lagos. He was talking about the ridiculously that free WAEC made people to come to Lagos to sleep in buses because they wanted free WAEC. How much was WAEC registration? Tinubu couldn't boast on the free education that he did. Now they tell us say free education. He was boasting with free WAEC, meaning that Tinubu did not start doing free WAEC when he started government. It was somebody that was selling bole. According to him, that somebody came to his mom and said that if she's a bole seller, she cannot enroll WAEC for her son. That was how the mom now told him to enroll for the child. That was how he now started free WAEC enrollment. We got the
school Obi built. Name the school Obi
built. Just came, it was his idea.
All your lies will be punctured today. All your lies will be punctured today.
See, Baba, with the
Obi built. You have not answered my question, no.
Boss, I have answered your question because you have just lied that Obi didn't build any
school. Obi built
all over Anambra State.
I'm asking now.
I can show you newspaper reports.
He built. He did not build school. Name it.
Baba, you telling me lies. You're not lying here. You lied that Tinubu did finance. He not do. You lied he did accounting. You lied that he worked in Deloitte. He didn't work there. Certificate he forged. So now you want
the school obey
are we going to believe you? You that have just been lying since the beginning till now. You are lying about a student loan. Where is the loan? Does Tinubu know what's in this manifesto? You don't know. You get from the lie. You guys just come out to lie for him, attack people with your lies. Now you are believing Soludo. You're not a believer, sis. If all this Soludo you are believing, what is Soludo say? Bring it out. Let's look at the facts. No. It's already. He employed teachers. He built schools.
Continue to talk.
All of these are facts. You just want to manufacture lies to tell people. Because you have nothing to say other than to lie.
When are they coming?
No, they see what they lie.
Can I talk?
You guys have been. You are
talking about more than UK. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Nigeria's budget went on strike for 8 months. They couldn't use the budget to solve the problem.
Oh yeah, continue to talk. Continue. Just continue. Continue to talk. Continue.
Mr. Asiwaju, I think it's high time you learn what we call communication skills. You don't need to be talking without full stop. You just been ranting since morning, and I was not listening to what you're saying. If the first accusation is
allow me to talk too?
Please let me talk. You know, I've been silent. Please let me talk. Stop interrupting me.
I don't know why you, Atiku, and Obi, you always come together to fight. Why do you always come together? Is it because you are PDP light and he's PDP? Why you always come together?
Man, be civil for a while. Be civil. This argument.
You see somebody?
You've been talking.
Somebody is talking.
You keep shouting.
Somebody has been talking since. He did not allow me to talk. You are facing me.
You shout 5 minutes. You are making noise. You shut up for 5 minutes.
Somebody is talking. Somebody is talking. I am quiet. You are facing me.
Articulated.
You are
articulated in your talk. Keep blabbing on things that are not real. Let me give an instance. I don't know maybe you understand what
you are the one blabbing. You are the one blabbing. You are the one blabbing. I don't know why two of you are coming together to fight me.
Time up.
Why two of you coming together to fight me?
Time up.
Why are you coming together? Somebody said he did not build school.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
He didn't build school.
Time. I'm going to give you injury time, so everybody just calm down. We're gonna have another.
Please, I want to talk. Good morning.
I want to talk to you.
Minutes of injury time. Hold on.
See.
Hold on.
You're attacking me. Why?
Wait. Everybody wait. Time up. They've spent 12 minutes. This session was supposed to be 10 minutes, but I'm going to give them injury time. So we're going to go for another 10 minutes. I just want to use this break to calm everybody because they were getting a bit agitated. And also to use it as an opportunity to speak of the Star Wars.
Device is connected successfully.
Right now, Team Obi is on 14,000 stars at number 3. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The tormentor has been tormented. Joseph Nantoma, who was currently leading with 49,700 stars, has been pushed to number 2 by Team Bola Ahmed Tinubu from a guy called Michael. Michael is currently leading Star Wars with 60,000 stars. How does this guy do it? How can you torment the tormentor? But you see, there's one thing I know as the tormentor is awake. The black mentor. Black mentor no they lose auction. Oh. Black mentor no go greed this one. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to Team Tinubu right now. They are currently leading Star Wars, followed closely, if you can call an 11,000 star deficit close, close enough, by Joseph Nantoma. Joseph Nantoma is Team Atiku Abubakar. So Team Tinubu number 1 in Star Wars, Team Atiku number 2, and Team Obi number 3. This particular week, Team Obi no really pulled their weight. I don't know what's going on. Obi usually has some very strong guys that used to come and fight very hard. Sadly, I can't see them around today, and I feel bad because apart from people like Yemi, Akinyeye, and what's the other guy's name? Hey, the Tormentor is back. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Nantoma is back in the picture. Can he close that gap? He's done 7,500 stars. Right now, he's on 57,000, 3,000 stars difference between Michael for Team Ashiwaju and Joseph Nantoma. This is crazy. Is Joseph going to be able to catch up? Is he going to be able to overtake? If he overtakes, is Michael going to be able to maintain the lead of tormenting? What exactly is going on today? Team OB, you guys have a little bit of time because I'm going to extend the time for another 10 minutes because we want a civil discussion. We want to remove the fighting. So we have 10 minutes to play around with, but after that, I will announce the final closure and then bring it to an end. So we have 10 minutes to play with. You can play around. OB people, you can jump in and do some magic. Black Mentor. Oh my goodness, Black Mentor has taken over. 62,200 stars. I tell you, they know they win Black Mentor for auction. He is currently leading. No, Michael is back. Michael is back to 64,000. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. So Joseph Nantoma, the Black Mentor, took over for a split second. Michael came right back into the game. So back again, Team Tinubu is back to the leadership, even though Team Atiku took it back for about 30 seconds. So when I say Star Wars, today is really war. Team Tinubu is really, oh my goodness. Black Mentor is back again. 64,720. 67,000. So he's stretching the gap right now. 3,000 stars in between. Will Michael be able to catch up with him? 69,000. The Black Mentor is taking the lead. Black Mentor is a tormentor. Somebody said Star Wars is insane. I swear to you, it is insane at its peak right now. These guys are not. Black Mentor is on 72,000, almost putting a 10,000 star lead between him and Michael. The Black Mentor is indeed a tormentor. You know they lose. Your wife tells me, hey, these guys 10,000 in between. Black Mentor is currently leading right now with 10,000 stars. 10,000 stars. Good. Oh, 11,000 stars. What is this Black Mentor made of? He's not made of human flesh. He must be made of wood. All right, guys. While we're waiting for Star Wars to populate, I hope you guys are now calm. I hope you guys can have a civil debate for another 10 minutes. Peter Ebojeli. The main culprits for this fight are Olu and Femi. Una two like fight. Waiting they happen. Can we have peace? Should I start another 10 minutes time limit?
The two of them are attacking me. I don't know why.
Okay, guys, let's not attack. Let's have fun. Drop your fights. Now, Peter, Diary of a Canadian Mom, I think is trying to message you. Guys, I will also give you 30 seconds. Bongoli. Whatever message you guys want to send to your teammates, send them the messages right now. Okay? Send them the messages right now. Joseph Nantoma is not well. Allah. Black Mentor has put a 22,000 star lead between him and Michael. How does he do this? It's just rising. It's just as if before they were dragging it like this. They were dragging it. But you see, one thing with Michael is Michael could just come give you 30. So I understand Joseph is trying to keep that gap wide. So even if Michael retaliates, he will not be able to catch him. How is this going to be? KC Clentral is telling his father at home to shut up. Very good mistake. Father should shut up and also zip up, because if your father kept quiet and zipped up, we will not have to contend with you today. Enjoy your rapture. I need to rapture you. You are worthless. So guys, almost a 30,000 lead. Joseph today. Michael, and they fear that Michael no they talk. He could just go and win. I like to see how this would end. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, another 10 minutes. Bass Boast. Do you want the Bass Boast moderator?
You see, okay. Let me quickly say that the best defense of anybody supporting Tinubu, we say people are teaming up to attack them. It's not true. Tinubu has attacked himself. He has not been public and it's not clean. He has said a lot of lies, even down to saying, oh, people are coming to Lagos because of WAEC. That was a rolling for people. It does not make sense.
It is
somebody leave his village and go to Lagos to sleep in bus because he wants to write WAEC. How much is WAEC enrollment? So you see,
against anybody.
You will not turn it into emotional stuff. Go
okay,
and
verify. It's okay, let me respond.
And you also feel the more effect of the APC government. All of us they suffer. See you, Nana, you are the big boy, Nana. You're not on generator. Why? Maybe the fuel price has affected you also. It affects everybody. That's why we want to change the government.
Can we respond now? Can we respond?
Lies. The manifesto.
Can we respond?
They not do them. They have lied to us. They have come with another lie again to tell us. What do you want to say?
Can we respond? Can we respond? Okay, fine. The first thing you said.
Let me add Femi back. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me add Femi back so this can be fair. Let me add Femi back. Femi Aderoba, please send me a request. All right, Femi Aderoba, I've seen him. I'm inviting him back. Current stats. Team Atiku Abubakar for Star Wars is leading with 102,400 stars. Michael for Team Akiwaju is on 64,000 stars. Black Mentor came and almost doubled the lead. As in, how does he do this, ladies and gentlemen? How does he do this? Star Wars is insane, like somebody said. We're waiting for Femi to come right back, and we're also watching to see what is going to happen from Team.
Let me quickly respond to him. Before Femi come back.
Okay, but it's going to count for your timing. So should I start the timer?
Yes, we can start the timer.
All right, 10 minutes time limit. Let's go.
Okay, fine. You said Obi built school, and I was telling you that he did not build school. The only school Obi claimed he built. Let me tell you, because I know, I've read him, I've seen him talking. The only school he claimed he built is School of Nursing. And guess who built the School of Nursing? Mbadiniju. That's what I'm telling you. Mbadiniju. Now, you said why? You said why? No, let me talk. You said WAEC is nothing. What is WAEC? That Tinubu is paying WAEC free, NECO. What is it? Why did Obi not do it if it's that cheap? Why did Obi not pay WAEC if it's that cheap? So those are the questions you should be asking yourself.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Did I tell you that Obi didn't pay WAEC or NECO fee for people?
He didn't pay. Who
I'm
did
coming. No,
pay
I just asked
for?
you a question.
No,
You
are
said,
saying
that you are going to verify that the only school we built was a school of nursing. Let me ask you a question. Who built Anambra State University, Agbariam campus from start to finish? Who built it? Tell me the governor. We are talking about university now. We are not talking about secondary school. We are talking about university.
Which Anambra State University?
You see, honestly, your arguments are not intelligent.
Agbariam campus of Anambra State University. Who built it?
Honestly,
that's the question I'm asking you.
me...
Since you have come here to lie, that Obi didn't build anything.
Which Anambra State University did Obi build?
It's ridiculous. See, listen,
right?
When somebody has too many achievements, it's ridiculous when somebody just comes out from the...
What kind of achievement you are even talking about? What kind of achievement you are talking about? Should we talk about the Peter Obi that governed the state for 8 years and cannot even afford the welfare of the university staff? Don't forget that the university...
Which university? Which university is that? Tell me.
Anambra State University.
Which one?
Anambra State University. Check the record, bro. Check the record.
In what year? Because you have the record. You say it could not afford their welfare. In what year? Tell me.
Don't is tenure. The data is there. I believe your Peter will be fine.
They cannot afford their welfare. Which year they went on strike? Did they come back from the strike?
Femi, sorry, I will allow you to talk.
You see that campus he mentioned now.
You see the campus he mentioned now. It is Imbadinuju that built it. You see the problem? It is
Peter, they are known for lies. They are known for lies.
See, I free you since you know why? Because the lies Tinubu man told was too many that I couldn't even concentrate on article. So
you cannot. It's because you cannot capture the idea. What I'm saying. So there's no way you can respond.
Reputation to even come and tell us anything. Do you understand? Article has no reputation. First of all, don't even mention Tinubu.
Calm down. You know I've not been talking. Calm down. Let me respond. Let me respond to your question, bro. Is it Peter Obi? Peter Obi promised. He said that he will ensure that ASUU will not go on strike when he becomes the president. But while he was the governor, the teachers they went on strike.
For how long?
What is it called? They went on strike for 4 months. Just because of promotion
it is 6 months. 6 months, sorry.
No. Did they come back from strike?
What are you saying? You say you're a lecturer for 11 years. Bro, no. See, you're arguing out of context.
No,
you say you're a lecturer for 11 years.
You said they went on strike. I think they went on strike forever. Did they come back?
Pastor, let him talk. Let him talk.
If I not ask the question like this, we don't even follow up. When they went on strike, did they come back?
Let me talk. Then let me respond to you now. You are just too emotional, and I don't blame you. That's how your members has always been emotional. They read the answer.
I'm not the pastor church because they're not coming back. I'm not their members. So don't come and lie about it.
Let him talk now. Let him talk.
No. You don't make it so personal. You have just said that my members lie, and I don't have members.
See, I don't know why you're always emotional. Whenever you see me, you're always scared.
I'm trying to tackle the lie gospel now. I'm just fighting against members that I don't have. So that's why I tackled you quickly.
Are you not representing Obi? See now, English is not an issue for you. Are you not representing Team Obi? Your team members. Are you not representing Team Obi? Try to do this listening skill, of course. Now, what I'm telling you is that Peter Obi, during his tenure, the teacher went on strike for 2 major issues. Number 1 was the allowances, and number 2 was for promotions. The man that couldn't solve that problem is now promising Nigeria that he will solve ASUU strike. That is out of context.
No, don't say that. That's the part I hate. The man could not solve the problem. Did they come back from strike? Were they on strike? The question is that when they solved the problem, they went back to school. They never went on strike.
He keep repeating himself, brother. Now let me tell you another one. Peter, education is not for the poor. That I said education was not for the poor.
That campus he lied about. Look at it, oh. Now
you're telling me the man not
the campus he lied about.
You don't do that.
Please, can we regulate this section? Can we regulate it? Let's give ourselves 2 minutes. Let's regulate it, please.
We don't want to give everybody 2 minutes because at the end of the day, it beats. I want us to be able to have this conversation one person at a time. So who's speaking now? Allow them 30 seconds.
I think that you allow Femi to talk. Let Femi talk. I want Femi to talk.
Or Femi talk. I give you 1 minute.
Let him talk.
1 minute.
That's good. I can't go over 1 minute. I've been silent for several minutes.
Quickly.
Okay.
I'm typing.
The first thing is that this Peter Obi of 18, they are being over. Peter Obi is being overhyped because I believe anyone that wants to solve Nigerian problem must have proven track record when it comes to education of 18. And I said Peter Obi made an issue he couldn't solve, and the strike keep repeating itself in the state. And one of it is that of the lecturers. Peter Obi couldn't meet the demand of the lecturer while he was a governor. That is number one. Number two, the teachers. He was not able to even give them their demand. They went on strike for allowances and promotion's sake. And he is coming and promising that he will solve ASUU strike. How can he even solve ASUU strike? And don't forget, we are talking about affordable education. When Peter Obi was there, he ensured that the legacy of free education was even not prioritized. The first time, second time, third time of the children over there, they paid the tuition for those 3 terms. So what are you talking about when you're talking about Peter Obi? They say this is that. He doesn't have proven track record when it comes to academics of 18. And to Tinubu guy, I want to let you know one thing. It's good for us to have our data right. You'll be talking about plagiarism, but I didn't want to treat that because the fees gave me 2 minutes. But I want to let you know one thing. In 2006, Tinubu increased the tuition from 500 naira to 25,000 naira. That is over 100% tuition for the non-freshers. For the non-freshers. For the freshers, he increased their tuition from 1,000 to 30,000 when he was a governor, 1999. You can trace the record. So are you now telling me that this man that inflated tuition, that he doesn't even know that people, they cannot afford university education? You are not telling me that when he gets there, he's going to solve the problem on ground? No. Don't forget, you are accusing that they sacked Unilorin lecturers. Have you forgotten that Tinubu sacked 10,000 lecturers? Workers, while he was a governor in 2001, 2002. So these are what we are saying. We need someone that can prioritize the welfare of our academic staff. We need someone that can actually prioritize educational sector and ensure that everybody, they have access to education. So have you forgotten as well, all these hijab issues of 18 started while Tinubu was the governor and he couldn't solve it, and he ensured that some teachers were even transferred, all in the name of religious issues. So what are we saying here? The fact there is that Tinubu failed while he was there. And you mentioned one thing about ASUU strike. Don't forget that ASUU strike, the longest strike we ever had in Nigeria history was during Buhari time. We had it 2020, we also had it 2022. So what are we saying? And Tinubu is the grandfather of APC. He promised us that when they get there, they are going to ensure that we have quality education. Today, we don't have the quality education. I started my MSc 2017, and it took me time to complete it. And this is what we are saying. So I don't see logic there when you tell me Tinubu is solution to our educational issue. And Team Peter Obi, I don't see logic in your argument. You keep arguing building of a thing. Education system is meant for a government to get there and build and leave its part, and someone else get there and also develop the property. What you should be talking about is what legacy has it left that has continuity. So it will be intelligent for you to actually address the question of what legacy it left, not the matter of building. If I become governor of Anambra State today, I will also build some facilities. So tell me the legacy in terms of policies, in terms of welfareism of staff. That is the intelligent conversation that we need to hear from you. And
okay, can you allow me to talk now? Can you allow me to talk now?
Yeah,
can I make my point now?
Can you say so when I want
great one. Respond. I like your analysis and all that. I like your analysis and that's fantastic. But the issue is this. In all the things I've mentioned, you see, we don't lie. In everything I mentioned to you, I never mentioned university. I say it gives free education up to secondary school, pay YS school fees and NECO. Now for university level, we all know that education is not cheap. To ensure that there is no strike and there's no ASU. Because immediately they reform LASU and the rest, you don't see them going on strike again. However, he was paying bursary. He was paying bursary to the indigenes. So all the indigenes are enjoying bursary. So that is the difference. You understand? And that is the more reason why in his manifesto now he's talking of student loan. And when you talk about Tinubu is the grandfather of APC, you can't say that. Tinubu is different from Buhari. He can only advise. Buhari may not take all the advice. He may have his own reason, probably because of resources. Just the same way I cannot blame Peter Obi for the failure of PDP, because Obi was part of PDP. He was PDP-like. I cannot blame Atiku for what Obasanjo did. You understand? By reducing the education budget from 11% to 1.8. By building university when he was.
Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. I want you to answer it. Please tell me one visible investment. One visible investment that Tinubu have in Nigeria. Just one that we can mention.
Are you talking about the state, for the state, or what?
Why are you so difficult to deal with? One visible investment has personality after leaving government. What has it do when we are talking of social investment? What has it done? What project have they actually invested on in terms of education facilities? Tell me.
In terms of education, the legacy is still there. Millennium School. You've not heard Millennium School before? They built it from scratch. Go and find out Millennium School. If you don't know, I don't know which.
Are you getting the point? Wait. Like,
did you grow up in Lagos?
With his money.
Did you grow up in Lagos?
Money. No. Let me ask you a question. The question is, with his money or state money?
We are separating state money. That's what we are talking about now.
No, that's what I'm not.
Personal money.
You raised that question already. I'm saying after Tinubu left office, what kind of investment can you trace to him that he actually do or he did? When we are talking about Atiku now, we tell you he has farm, he has a university. Tell me two things that Tinubu have in Nigeria that is actually empowering people.
You are talking of his personal investment.
Yes, tell me. In education sector.
In education sector. So everybody must go into education sector. What kind of question are you asking? So as an individual, you must. Okay, does Dangote invest in education?
The question Atiku asked. The question this man asked.
No, now, why are you asking me a question that must he invest in education?
That question you just asked.
Let me be very objective.
It's not a reasonable question.
Be realistic.
Because for Atiku to invest in education, that's personal business.
In education.
Do you understand? So Atiku man have already helped me dealt with Tinubu, so I would have responded, but time not there.
Oh God, you are a liar. Atiku is lying.
You don't have
anything to say.
Hold on.
My brother, this plenty now. You they say darkness. Come light, go see your face. APC not giving a light, not giving a foil.
I'll remove everybody. Calm down. We've overshot the time with 3 minutes. So the Gbasgbos session is about to end. Sorry, it has ended. We did 23 minutes of Gbasgbos. The first 10 minutes and then another 13 minutes. So I do believe that is ample time for everybody to get their opinions and ideas out there. So I'm officially going to announce the winner of Star Wars in 5 minutes, and I'm going to start typing. Let me give you the stats so far, and then we go into our parting notes. Okay? Everybody's going to just say their sign-off notes. So far, big shout out to Team Obi, Emeka, ASDOB, Becky, consider. Please, can you mute? Can you guys mute so that people can hear me? Mute, Peter. I think you have not muted. May I see now your generator day on? All right, thank you very much. Big shout out to everybody who bought stars from Team OB. I'm talking about Emeka Eziulo. Emeka Eziulo. Becky Consider, Yinka Akinyeye, Coco Boy Music, Frank De Niro, Simon Emeka, Bukola Oweye Udefia, Frank De Niro. Thank you so much. You guys brought in OB at number 3 with Emeka Eziulo alone contributing 6,400 stars. So far, coming in at number 2, we've got Michael for Team Tinubu combining with Cornerstone. Michael brought 64,000 stars, Cornerstone 3,300 stars, taking the total to 67,300 stars. Thank you so much, Michael. Michael, thank you, Michael. Amazing stuff. Team Tinubu coming in at number 2. And number 1, the torment who refused to be tormented, aka Joseph Nantoma, popularly known as the Black Mentor, taking the lead for Team Abubakar this week with 102,400 stars. 102,400 stars, taking a chunk of the Star Wars. Indeed, like somebody said earlier on, Star Wars today has been insane. Now I'm about to close. I give exactly 5 minutes and the timer has been set. So Star Wars is going to end in 5 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. This Michael is not well. How do you torment a tormentor? How do you come in? I was about to announce. How do you come in with 57,000 stars? Black Mentor said, let 5 minutes be 5 minutes. Hey, he don't see say the competition today now, mad competition. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not add a single minute of injury time to this. Michael for Team Tinubu has jumped from almost half of Atiku's lead to 21,000 more than Atiku. Leading at number 1 is Team Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu with 121,600 stars. 121,600 stars. That is amazing. 121,600 stars. Joseph Nantoma, the Black Mentor, at number 2 with 102,000. Team Obi, put in. Una Stiffy Mekam. It's so easy. Just go to my Facebook, your Facebook page. Top right-hand corner, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREZE. Click on today's video. It's called Clash of the Supporters. Scroll down. You will see on the bottom left-hand side, you see a star symbol there. Click on it and get into the competition. A very big shout out, very amazing shout out to everyone. You guys have done so well. And I'm about to start the timer. Exactly 5 minutes left. When it is 2 minutes left, I will remind you guys. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Brett baited. Hands. Fingers crossed. Who is going to win a war today? Star 3, 2, 1, and the timer has started. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see how this plays out. Exactly 5 minutes. You guys will be reminded after 3 minutes when you have 2 minutes left. 5 minutes, I cut it off and I make the announcement. So whoever's doing anything, whoever wants to do anything, the time is now. Make the magic happen now. You've got 5 minutes only. Someone said Tinubu takes it. Don't be too sure. These guys going against each other are not going to agree. It's not going to be easy. So, ladies and gentlemen, Someone said, Michael, stop tormenting us. Michael is tormenting. But can he win? The Black Mentor is fighting hard. All right. So, parting notes, starting with Team Atiku Abubakar. Femi, you've got 1 minute to round off your thoughts. Just 1 minute to say what your...
All right. I would say that the decision before us is to choose between an experienced personality and an inexperienced personality. We've already seen Alhaji Atiku Abubakar that he has gotten track record in building educational facilities. It's left for us to choose between someone that has the credibility and the potentials to implement educational policy and those set of people who actually doesn't have the potentials. The Tinubus are there. I've given the narration about what he did as Lagos State Governor. He sacked 10,000 workers, he inflated tuition fee and some other stuff. Is that the man that we need for the job? Or the Peter Obi that performed woefully in the areas of education, someone who cannot even afford, to increase the allowances and pay the allowances of the teachers? Is that who we actually want to vote for? Or someone who has tested so many things in the educational sector, was able to fund the educational sector, his institution with his money without even going for profit, and is still running to debt. So the choice for us is to choose between who is experienced and who is not experienced. I believe Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has the experience, he has the strength, he has the potential. Don't forget to vote him 2023. Thank you.
All right, number 2. Let's go.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Now, up to today, Lagos State, with its small landmass, still has the highest number of public schools, still has the highest number of employed teachers in Nigeria today, still has the highest budget on education in Nigeria today. So what we are saying is, let us look at Lagos. Let us, what they have done in Lagos, let's see how we can translate it at the federal level. Atiku we are talking about here, when he was president, they reduced the budget of Nigeria on education from 11.8% to 1.8% so that they can promote their private university. How many people can afford Atiku private university? So those are the issues you need to see, and it is only Tinubu that is talking about how you can restructure our private university. That's why he's talking about student loan. Because if students have access, you are not allowing me to talk. If students have access to loan, we can be talking about quality education, at the public level. It is only Tinubu manifesto that is bringing all these things to life. As for Obi has shown times and times with that number that is a failure and is a liar. If you say you build school and you did not build school, the school you build, you are claiming you build it. All Obi did when he was governor is to transfer school back to Mission House. Simple. Missionary schools. That's all. And he renovated them. Obi did not do anything. So my candidate...
Time up.
Okay.
I'm timing you.
All right.
Before I allow Peter to round off, I want to warn the people that we have 1 more minute left for Star Wars. Once Peter finishes speaking, I make the announcement. Peter, you have 1 minute too. Once you finish speaking, I make the announcement. So far, Atiku is back to the lead. Joseph Nantoma, 134,000 stars. Can he hold it? Peter Obi, sign off.
All right. I want to quickly say that in this election, we have the foremost candidates. We have Atiku Abubakar of the PDP that is reputable for corruption. Page 31 and 32 of Obasanjo's My Watch deals with Atiku. He has a strong reputation for corruption and a track record of stealing. Telling lies, a track record of forgery, a political party with a track record of lies. They told us student loan 2015. They didn't give shishi. a man who said that he was giving WAEC fee to people and then gave them a university fee that they cannot pay. A man who is reputable for deception. Is that the kind of man people want to support? I tell you, Peter Obi is as white as snow as far as reputation is concerned. He dealt with education in Anambra State. Atiku man said that he could not, teachers went on strike, and they never stayed on strike till Obi left Anambra State. Meaning that you just told us a problem, you didn't tell us when it was solved. Obi solved the problem, they didn't go on strike again. The truth remains, when people go on strike today, you know why? PDP, APC, they are full of deception. He said Atiku, they did things on paper, they didn't implement it. APC is there, they are making noise. Is they said their budget on education is high, yet they have not solved that whole problem. They use court to force us to go back to school. And they are telling us that the budget is higher than UK. That's even first of all, it's too ridiculous to be talking about America and UK.
Percentage-wise, it is true. Percentage-wise, it is true.
They have never given one person. It's on their lies manifesto. 2015 to today, they didn't give one person. He's bringing the same old lie. Bringing the same old lie. As an old liar. I don't blame him.
Time up, time up, time up, time up, time up, time up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women across the world, I'm about to officially make my announcement. Star Wars is about to be brought to a close, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for the debate. In fact, Star Wars has closed. Announcement now. Star Wars has closed. And I'm announcing now. It's a very, very wonderful day today. I enjoyed the debate so much. And don't worry, guys. I know you want me to announce. I've closed it. It's closed. It's closed. So the winner knows themselves already. And the winner is Ash. They want me to announce now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Don't worry. It's closed. Coming in at number 3, we have, led today by Emeka Eziulo. Emeka Eziulo. Thank you so much. Alongside the remaining members of Team OB. You guys did very well. Thank you. You came in at number 3. Emeka led with 12,800 stars, bringing the total to about 20,000 stars. Coming in at number 2, the man who tormented the tormentor. But then, last minute, the tormentor tormented back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Michael for Team Ashiwaju. Michael for Team Ashiwaju. Michael did so well. At a point, he doubled the Black Mentor, and then the Black Mentor caught up. Ladies and gentlemen, with 121,000 stars. Michael, thank you so much. You are number 2. Number 1 this week. The man who loses no auction unless he falls asleep. Ladies and gentlemen, the Black Mentor, known more for tormenting than popularly called the Black Tormentor, leading with 140,850 stars. A clear 19,000 star margin between the second and him. I need to once again give it up this week for Team Atiku Abubakar, sponsored solely by Joseph Nantoma and his wife Mercy Nantoma. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 1, thank you, Black Mentor. I cut cap. Michael, for Team Asiwaju, I cut cap. Emeka Eziulo for Team Obi, I cut cap. Thank you guys so much. You made my day and made the debate worth it. Elegant Bell, that's his wife, L. Elegant Bell. She and her husband are a formidable team. Yes, you guys won. Congratulations. This was the toughest Star Wars. Michael has gotten my number. He said, we cannot agree. Oh, lie, we won't agree. He said, we can't announce Black Mentor. Oh, Michael, don't vex. Michael, don't vex. Michael, don't vex. Apparently, they're new to the stars on Facebook. So, but it was free and fair. You know, I tried my INEC to be the best INEC possible. You know, it was not easy. It was not easy. It was not easy at all. So, please, guys, forgive me. Someone said, me too, don't vex. Make you no vex. Someone says, this is how APC wants to vote. Someone said, Michael, try again. Guys, I love you so much. I need to end it now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Biggest shout out to every single person. I've tried my best. I tried to be fair, and you guys won. Congratulations, Black Mentor. Congratulations, Team Atiku Abubakar. And I need to thank every single person who came through today. I saw Priye in the background, making sure Peter Ebojele had the moral support to debate. I saw Bongo Lee also in the background supporting his man Olu. And you guys who came here, Femi, Olu, and Peter Ebojele, I appreciate you guys. I'm grateful for all what you've done. Thank you. Someone said, after I called Asiwaju, I was still counting stars. No. When I gave the 5-minute time limit, Atiku was clearly in the lead, clearly with about 20,000 stars. If it was very close, if there were like 1,000 stars in between, I probably would have said, you know what, let me give them 1 minute of injury time. But the gap was a little bit much. Someone says 1 minute. What do you need 1 minute for again? Let me sign off now. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for making this show possible. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the debate. Thank you for the information. Thank you for the education. Thank you for the fact that if we have people like you out there, as you guys debating, it will be easier to raise the morale of the people. Thank you. And once again, I do appreciate every single person who made Star Wars happen. Thank you so much, Emeka Eziolu. Thank you, Cornerstone. Thank you, Michael. And thank you, Joseph Nanto and Mercy Nantoma. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. Well done, everyone. We can all see that despite the fact that the debate can get heated, it is not a toxic place. At a point, I almost gave up doing this show because of the level of toxicity that it was brewing. But right now, we fight, we scatter everywhere and end up still being friends. If that could hold forth in Nigeria during and after the elections, I believe this country is on the path to greatness. Thank you once again. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for sending out facts throughout the show. Diary of a Canadian Mom was posting out facts. Whether you agree or disagree, you can also post your counter facts. During the debate next week, I'm going to allow for, in boxing, after they box for a while, go to this corner. I'm going to allow for corner breaks where you guys can go and quickly discuss with your team so that you guys can be on point. And I'll be announcing them, so it will help make the debate more natural and more fluid. Hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much. My Daddy Freeze question, who won? You guys did well. I'm torn in between Atiku University, Lagos for Peter, and the success of Anambra. So I'm going to just call it a tie. Call me a politician, but hey, remember, this is a show about politics. Thank you guys so much. Peter Ebojele, Olu, and thank you so much. Femi, you've been a wonderful guy. Femi Aderogba, no vex. Let's keep the love. Take care and bye.